Frosh and Sophomores can officially come back to campus this summer. Hi, I'm Benjamin with the Stanford Daily. We'll tell you everything you need to know about that. Plus, what's going on with the 36 Sports Strong group? For all the Frosh and Sophomores tuning in, some good news this week. This Monday, Stanford reaffirmed plans to bring back Frosh and Sophomores to campus this summer quarter. But for real this time. The email comes after 2 past cancellations in the fall and winter that many students were not happy about. This summer will mark the first time that many Frosh will set foot on campus since being admitted over a year ago. If you're a Frosh or sophomore that's fully enrolled, has special circumstances, or are participating in a Stanford-approved activity while on a flex term, you will be eligible for summer housing. Otherwise, you will not be, according to the university. This Wednesday, both ASSU legislative bodies unanimously passed a resolution that urges Stanford to reinstate its recently cut Cantonese program. Cantonese is taught by the single lecturer, Sickly Denning, and when Stanford decided not to renew her contract last December, many students were not happy about that. The advocacy group Save Cantonese has already gathered over 4,000 signatures from students and alumni on a petition to reinstate the program. Given that Leland Stanford originally made his fortune off of the exploitation of Chinese workers to build railroads, and in the wake of increased anti-Asian sentiment, it's important to many students that Cantonese be brought back. It also puts students who are currently studying Cantonese in a tough position, because they don't know what the future of Cantonese at Stanford will look like next year. And in COVID news, the university reported 2 new cases among students and 0 among faculty this past week. This marks a decrease from last week's 5 cases as new infections continue to decline in Santa Clara County and nationwide.
Hi, it's Sophia with this week's sports. Around 100 students, alumni, and others associated with 36 Sports Strong attended a peaceful rally outside of Building 10 in the campus's main quad on Monday. But the rally took a turn when some student athletes, including members of the wrestling team, used washable chalk to spray slogans on the building. Phrases like "you can't cut me" and "we belong" were visible until members of the men's and women's rowing team, synchronized swimming team, and wrestling team returned with buckets and mops to clean up. However, Stanford said the chalk did not fully come out when washed, and the interaction between the chalk and historic sandstone poses a significant restoration challenge that will take over 80 hours of worker labor to complete. Members of the wrestling team defended their decision, but the protest drew the ire of others in the Stanford community, including university officials. Stanford has not publicly announced whether they intend to walk back on their decision to cut 11 varsity sports, but a decision is expected in the coming weeks. Yet another one of the 11 soon-to-be-cut sports makes a statement as field hockey wins the American East Championship. This time, it's senior defender Sarah Johnson who scores the game-winning goal to push Stanford past number 20 Monmouth. The tight game needed 2 overtime periods and saw Stanford continue to protest the cutting of field hockey as all the players crossed out the Stanford S on their jerseys and the championship banner. Next up, they'll face Miami University in the NCAA tournament. And the winning continues as freshman golfer Rachel Heck captures the individual title at the Pac-12 championships to extend her historic season. As a team, the Cardinal managed to beat everyone except number 10 USC. Still, it looks like their recent success will earn them a spot at NCAAs, but until then you can catch them competing in the US Women's Open College Play Day starting May 5th.
Hey guys, it's Grace with Arts and Life. This past Thursday, Araceli Germain held a poetry reading and Q&A at a Stanford event. She's an award-winning poet and professor and performed her own work in conjunction with the words of other authors who inspire her. Germain said she's interested in how she can, quote, think about her body as a collapse of distance, end quote, and come to understand how she arrived here, quote, in the place that she finds herself as the person she is, end quote. That's all for this week, guys. We'll see you back here next time for the next video roundup.